Hello, friends, and welcome to Soulscription, to our Friday flow. I'd like to welcome you to the lower level of the Bethel Bodega. And here we are. So we're going to begin this flow, kind of getting in tune with our bodies through the breath. So I'd like to inhale in through the belly, ribs, chest, and exhale, chest, ribs, belly. We're going to continue doing this 5 times and just kind of go with your own flow and feel your own breath. So inhale, exhale. Last one. Okay. I'm going to inhale, take our hands over the head. And exhale, lean over to the right side. Left arm is stretching over. Sits bones are flat on the ground. Gaze can be either up toward the ceiling or down towards the floor, whatever is most comfortable for you. Inhale, we rise, and the left arm comes down to the ground as we inhale or exhale, the right arm sweeps over top. With each inhale, lengthen the arm out even further. Reach the fingertips as if you're trying to grasp onto something out of reach. And then exhale, fold a little bit further. Being sure to keep the hips straight to the front of the room and then also the shoulders square. Next inhale, we rise. Both arms up. Exhale, hands to heart center. I'm going to do a little hip moving. So we're going to inhale, swing around to the right knee, and then slowly around to the front. And as you exhale, you're going to move back and round the spine. Inhale, dip the left shoulder down toward the ground. Exhale, right shoulder comes down toward the ground as we roll the spine back. Just warming up the spine, lubricating the hips. A few more at your own pace. And then we're going to switch directions. So to the left side first, and then swing around to the front and back. Dip the right shoulder down to the ground. Swing around to the front. Big circles here. Hollowing out the back as you lean back. Engaging the abdomen as we lean forward. Last one. And come to seated position. Back is straight. Head is elongated. You feel as if there's a string coming out of the top of your head. Gaze is forward. Inhale, reach the arms up to the sky. And exhale, hands come to heart center. I'm going to go ahead and plant your hands, get down onto all fours position. So elbows are over your wrists. Knees or hips are over your knees. We're going to inhale, look up to the sky. Exhale, hollow the back, look down to the ground. Inhale up. Chest is reaching forward. Exhale, round the spine, gaze goes towards the navel. Inhale, look up, gaze is up toward the sky. Exhale, round the spine, gaze goes towards the belly button. Now we're going to do our same rotation that we just did seated, but this time we're going to do it sitting or on our all fours. So inhale, going to come down on the ground. And exhale, back to the knees. Inhale, come forward. Exhale, back. Inhale, forward. Exhale, back. And then we're going to switch directions. So move the hips to the left first and then all the way back to the right. Rotate the shoulders. Get the head involved. Really just let loose and do whatever feels best for your body. Then we're going to sit back into our child's pose, hands stretched out in front of us, forehead comes to the mat. You want your sits bones to be as close to your heels as possible. And just breathe. Inhale, come back up onto your knees, tuck the toes, lift the hips up into our first downward facing dog. You can go ahead and walk out the dog on the spot. Drop the heels all the way to the ground. Next inhale, we're going to raise the right leg up, bend the right knee, and slowly rotate the right knee around, really warming up those hip joints. I'm going to go 4 times in one direction, and then you're going to reverse and go 4 times in the opposite direction. Extend the right leg all the way up to the sky. Bend the knee and step forward between the 2 hands. Go ahead and drop the left knee to the ground. Straighten the right leg and find ourselves in our half splits. Inhale, we're going to come back onto that right foot. Walk the right foot to the side so that we're in our lizard lunge position. Go ahead and release the left toes to the ground and come down onto your forearms if that's comfortable for you. Can bring your right hand to your right knee and slowly, gently kind of push out on that knee and stretch the inner hamstring, the groin, the psoas muscle. Come back down onto the forearms. Back up onto your hands. Slowly walk your right foot in between. Tuck the left toes. Come up on the left foot. And we're going to go ahead and sweep the right leg all the way back and up to the sky. Exhale, lower down into our downward dog. Inhale, lift the toes. Come into our chaturanga, our plank position. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. On the next inhale, we're going to lift the left leg up to the sky. three-legged dog. Go ahead and bend the left knee and do hip circles on that left side. So 4 times. 2, 3, and 4. And go ahead and rotate, switch positions. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Extend that left leg all the way to the sky. Bend the knee. Bring the left foot forward in between the 2 hands. Go ahead and drop the right knee down to the ground. You can release the right toes or keep them bent, whichever feels most comfortable for you. And go ahead and sit on back into our half split on the left side. Remembering to bend from the hips. The goal is to try and get your forehead as close to the knee as possible, but bending from the hips, not from the lower lumbar spine. Inhale, come back up onto that left foot. Go ahead and release the right toes if you haven't already. Bring the left hand inside the left foot and walk your left foot out to the side so that we're in that lizard lunge again on the other side. Go ahead and lower down onto the forearms. Again, you can put your left knee up on the left hand up on the left knee and gently push outward to feel a deeper stretch in that inner groin, that psoas, that hip flexor muscle. We're really working on opening our hips this sequence. Go ahead and bring the left arm back down to the ground. Tuck the right toes. Plant both hands on the ground. Lift the right knee up off the ground. And we're going to sweep the left leg back all the way up into our three-legged dog. And then release into our downward facing dog. So you can feel that you might be getting warmed up and feel that you're a little bit more flexible than what you maybe were. And then inhale, we're going to come forward. Exhale, lower down. Release the toes. Inhale, upward facing dog. Sit back onto the knees, back into our child's pose. In this child's pose, we're going to go ahead and bring the knees out wide. And then lower and let the belly hang and drop down in between the knees. You can have your chin on the floor, or you can do your forehead on the floor, whatever is most comfortable for you. Again, trying to sit back as far as you can so that your sits bones are touching your heels. And just breathe. And on the next inhale, we're going to come up onto our all fours, bring the knees together, tuck the toes, push back into our downward facing dog. Inhale, bend the knee, or come up on the toes, bend the knees, hop, step, or jump to the front of your mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, hands come up to the sky. Exhale, hands to heart center. Wonderful. Inhale, reach up toward the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, step the right foot back. Inhale, we reach our arms up towards the sky, low lunge. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, cactus arms. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, hands come to the ground. Now step our left foot back into plank, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, up on our tiptoes, bend the knees, hop, step, or jump to the front of the mat. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Exhale, hand to heart center. Going to do it on the other side now. Inhale, hands to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, hands plant on the ground. We step our left leg back. Inhale, arms come up to the sky, high lunge. Exhale, cactus arms. Squeeze those shoulder blades. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, squeeze. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, we bring the hands down to the ground. Step our right leg back into our plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk it out if that feels good, or you can just plant both heels on the ground as close to the ground as possible. Bringing the hips up toward the sky. Engage in the abdominal muscles. Feel, spreading out all 10 fingers. Rooting down into the ground. On the next inhale, come up on the toes. Bend the knees. This time we're going to take a wide-legged stance. This is called our malasana. It's also another good hip opening pose. So you're going to put the elbows on the inside of the knees and push out with your elbows. Pelvis is toward the ground. Gaze is straight ahead. Shoulders are back. And then also feeling like something is pulling that string again from the top of your head. Okay. We're going to drop the left arm to the ground. Inhale, reach the right arm up to the sky. Exhale, wrap the right arm around the back and grasp the right and left hands together, the fingertips, into our bind. Going to keep the knees out as much as possible. Inhale, reach the right arm back up. Exhale, right arm comes to the ground. Inhale, left arm comes up to the sky. Exhale, reach the left arm around to the back. Meet it with the right fingertips and find ourselves in our binding position on this side. Again, keeping the left knee out as much as possible, as open as much as possible. Inhale, left arm comes back to the sky. Exhale, hands come to the center, prayer position. Place both hands down on the ground. Lift the legs straight up, extend the knees. Heel toe the feet together into our forward fold position. You can grab the back of the ankles or the knees. Bending from the waist. From the hips. And inhale, root to rise all the way up. Palms come to touch. Exhale, hands to heart center. We're going to move into our tree pose. So we're going to inhale, bring the right foot up on his tiptoes. Maybe just bring the foot to the heel, the arch of the foot to the inside of the left ankle. Maybe that's good for you. Or you can bring it up to the calf. Or if you'd like, you can bring it all the way up to the inner thigh. Just want to make sure we're not putting it right on the inside, right on the knee. Okay. Hold this position. If it's within your practice, you can go ahead and extend your tree. Finding your drishti point or your point of focus. It's a spot in front of you or on the ground that is non-moving. Serves as your other connection to the earth. Inhale, hands come up. Exhale, hands to heart center. Go ahead and let's bring that right knee forward and grasp the knee with our hands. Go ahead and rotate your right ankle around, maybe 4 times one way, and then maybe 4 times the other way. Great job. Now reach down and grab your right big toe with your right peace fingers. And put the left hand on the hip. Extend the right foot out in front of you. And then if it's within your practice, go ahead and open up to the side. Let's bring that foot back into the front. Bend the knee and slowly lower down. Great job. Inhale, arms come up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, we're going to step back into our plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, rise up on the tiptoes. Bend the knees, hop, step, or jump back to the front of your mat. Inhale, root to rise all the way to the top. Exhale, hands to heart center. Let's move to the opposite side. Go ahead and relax the shoulders back. Inhale, we're going to come up on the left tiptoes. Bring the bottom of our foot, the sole of our foot, to the right, inside of the right ankle. If that's where you are right now, that is wonderful. Otherwise, you can move up to the calf. Maybe that's where your practice is now. Or if you'd like to join me, we're going to move all the way up to the inner thigh. Again, making sure our hips are square to the front, making sure our shoulders are square, finding our drishti point, and just relax into the pose. And maybe fall out, and that's okay. Just go right back into it. It's also good to imagine like your foot has roots coming down into it from it, so that is rooting you down into the ground. Inhale, we can grow our tree if that's within your practice. Inhale, bring the hands together. Exhale, lower the hands to heart center. Go ahead and bring the knee to the front. Grasp it with both hands. Let's rotate that ankle around again 4 times one way and then 4 times the other way. Reaching down with our left peace fingers, we're going to grab a hold of our left big toe. Right hand comes to the right hip. Extend the left foot out. Then we're going to open up to the side. Go ahead and bring the foot back to the front. And maybe you notice your balance on this side. Maybe it's different. Go ahead and really bring the foot in to meet the knee and slowly lower down. Inhale, arms come up to the sky. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold. Step back into our plank. Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Wonderful job, everyone. Way to keep up. On the next inhale, raise the toes up on our tiptoes, bend the knees, hop, step, or walk to the front of the mat. And slowly lower down into our cosmic egg. Take our arms and grasp around our knees. Spot on the floor in front of you. Yes. Walk back into our seated position. Inhale, reach forward. Exhale, lower down slowly, 1 vertebra at a time. And release all the way down. Inhale, bring our right knee into our chest. Slowly rock it back and forth. Breathing, relaxing. Extend the right arm out to the side. Grab the right knee with your left hand. And let's rotate the right knee towards the left side of our body as our gaze goes over towards the right fingertips for our spinal twist. Go ahead and inhale, bring the right knee back into the chest. And exhale, we're going to switch legs. So bring the left knee into chest. And slowly rotate it side to side. Grasp the left knee with the right hand. Extend the left arm out to your side. And slowly rotate the left knee towards the right side as your gaze goes towards the left fingertips. Just breathing, letting your back twist, feeling the twisting and the ringing of the internal organs, getting new blood flow to them. Inhale, bring the left knee back to center. And exhale, release. Go ahead and shake out the legs. Gonna bring both knees in now. Both knees into the chest, feet come up. We grab a hold of our peace fingers, or you can grab the outsides of your foot and come into our happy baby. Feeling the knees drawing toward the floor. The sits bones are on the ground. Back is straight. Shoulders are relaxed. With each exhale, maybe pulling the knees a little bit closer to the floor. Inhale, we're going to raise both feet to the sky. And exhale, we're slowly going to lower down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Find ourselves into our final position, our Shavasana, or corpse pose. Let the feet float off to the side. Slowly relax the hands, palms facing up. Really feeling all of the benefits from everything that we just did. Inhale, bring the arms back up overhead. And exhale, we're going to rotate over onto our side into our fetal position. Place the right hand on the ground or the left hand on the ground, whichever way you decide to turn. Push ourselves up, and we're going to come back and find ourselves in our easy pose. Same way that we began the class. Maybe you can notice that your hips are a little bit more relaxed, a little bit more flexible than what they were whenever you started. Your knees are a little bit closer to the ground. Inhale, reach the hands up over the head. Exhale, hands come to heart center. Inhale, arms come up. Loka, Samasta, Sukhino, Bhavantu. May I be aligned with my higher self today and that which is in my soul's best interest and in the best interest of others. I wish you a beautiful Friday. Hope that your day is filled with all the fun things. And and that you are able to enjoy your life to the fullest. Namaste. Thanks for joining us today here on Soulscription. If you like the video, give us a like below. If there's some kind of yoga sequence that you would really like to see on one of these Friday flows, let me know, comment, direct message. And yeah, looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for our Self-Care Saturday. Thanks so much. Have a wonderful evening.